Okay, it's been 2 weeks. Hello, everybody. In 2 weeks, a lot of things have happened. So I need to run through all the plants that are blooming now. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon. The good thing about indoor gardening is that you get to work with your plants in the middle of the night or no matter what the weather is. So anyway, old business. Here's a few that have been blooming for a while. I just wanted to show what they look like. I haven't cleaned them up, but this one's finishing up. But it was a nice white. Well, very light pink, I guess. This one also, I wanted to call attention to the huge sprays of flowers that it made. Those are very nice. This was one of the very first ones to bloom. Planted seeds February 13th, so it's been 9 months. This one still had a few flowers on the first blooms, but it's made new growth, and now it's got a new flush of blooms coming. And it didn't quite finish with the old ones yet. So anyway, that's nice. Two little variegated with purple flowers. That looked pretty good. Here's another. It was just a nice white pink-throated ruffled one. I thought I would throw in. So those are the old ones I wanted to look at. New ones. Okay. This is I think it came from Standard Seed, but yeah. But it has a fantasy flower. See, it's got the purple streaks in it. And I like it. This was one that was just starting to bloom last time. It's got nice flowers. And this one also, it's, I guess, lavender with purple throat. And what's kind of nice about it is the top petals tend to bend over. So it makes a nice shaped flower. This one's variegated. And my impression is that it wants to be a giant, humongous plant. So I don't know if I'm going to have room for it. But I think it would be very pretty. So this one I think it opened its first flower today. So I can't tell exactly what it's going to be. It's small, but it's got some interesting variegation. So anyway, little one. This one also is a fantasy. It's got its first couple of flowers. They're very pretty. The plant is nice. We'll see. This one back here, it always was a really nice flat plant. It grew really well, and when it started to flower, I said, oh no, another pink. I'll need to get rid of it. But when I look closely at it, it's got, I don't know if we can see any. Oh, actually, I've mistaken with another one. This one, it's a semi-double, like I say, flat plant. And it's kind of interesting in that the back of the flowers is almost more interesting than the front because the two top petals are sort of a darker pink. But nice plant. Okay, that's all of those. Well, this one, I don't know what it's going to do. It has these little teeny buds and little bitty flower. So it's probably going to be a cull, but it's, anyway, interesting little plant. I think we looked at this one. It's just starting to, it's with its first flower. Okay. Okay. Let's look at these miniatures and semi-miniatures. There were a lot of them. This I'm assuming is a, let's see what it came from. Well, it's a trailer. No matter what light I put it under as it was growing, it always curled back. So I don't know if it just maybe grows that way. Its big fault is the flowers, after a day or so, they fall off. So I kind of like the lavender color, but I don't think it's a great plant. This one is a fantasy. It's just has its first flowers. They're very well marked. Flowers are. I can turn this thing like so. So that's a nice one. This one, when it first bloomed, it's a very pretty plant. When it first bloomed, I said, oh no, another pink. But then I noticed it's got little purple flecks in the flowers. So I think I'll keep that one for a while because it's a little cutie. Now this one I've been watching since it was a tiny baby. I really like the way the leaves sort of curl down around the cup. So I was kind of happy when it bloomed. It was almost white. It's real light pink. But it's a really pretty little plant. Semi-miniature, I guess. Oops. Okay, here is a real miniature, which it's fantasy flower. Very small plant, but really nice flower for a plant that little. Oops. This one came from the Violet Barn. It's called First Love. It's a micro miniature, and it also has a Russian name, I believe, so it must be a Russian hybrid. But it's a really cute little thing. Looks like a little succulent. Okay, this was something. Also from the Violet Barn came this plant, which is called Rob's Boondoggle. And it bloomed for me, and I put it on a window where it didn't get much sun. It's been that way for about a year. So that's what the mother plant looks like. It had a couple broken leaves, which I rooted and got a ton of plants from it. This is one that bloomed early, and it's been in the window for a long time. So I think maybe that's what the plant is supposed to look like. But all these others grew under lights, and this is how they grew. Bunch of them, and 4 of them are blooming now. It tends to get a little mold on it, but it has very intricate little flowers, very pretty, and when it blooms, the flowers poke out from under the foliage, and you get this crown of lots and lots and lots of flowers. These are just starting, but like I say, it's a heavy bloomer. It's called Rob's Boondoggle. So anyway, all of these on the front are leaf cuttings. There's the mother plant, which I put it back under lights and it's starting to green up in the middle again. And then one that, when it bloomed, I put it on the windowsill, but they're all the same plant, which just goes to show how things vary depending on the conditions they're grown in. Like this one, this is the plant that I grew from a leaf cutting from my sister. And there were several plants from the leaf, and here's a couple more of them. These two have elephant ears. They have these really big leaves on their on the bloom stalks. So anyway, but this one doesn't have those leaves. But it's a real heavy bloomer. I've grown out a few of them from the leaf things, and it's a real pretty plant, and it's a no ID, so I don't know what it is. Okay, so here are plants that I'm going to be giving away to make room. This is a pink, and it was grown in a corner, so its leaves didn't get a chance to spread out very well. Just a pink. This is a pretty little, well, it looks almost white, but it's, actually it looks different on the camera. But anyway, it goes, and then there's 2 more Gauguin leaf cuttings, which it does really well. Another pink. Flowers are okay, plants okay, but it's just another pink. Okay, here, this is a nice plant, nice shape, nice large purple flowers, but I'm not keeping it. Another pink. This is a variegated with slightly. Just a pink. Also was grown next to a big plant, so it kind of got shaded to one side. This one's kind of nice. It's got white, I don't know, a white stripe down the middle of some of the flowers. It's a fairly nice shade of blue. It's going, and another, well, I guess that's blue or purple. So anyway, these I won't be keeping, so I can make room for more plants. Let's see, like these up here, they're all growing into each other because they're too crowded, so I need to spread them out. There's the last of the little babies up in here. Some in the back there that are in bud, and more over here. Now, I'm very excited. Somebody gave me this rack, which it's from the Adams Veterinary Product Company, but it's a display rack that they send to the stores to put their products on. So my friend that has a store had one of these laying around. So I have this little cart that I set up for extra plants at the time when I ran out of space. 2 shelves. This one has 3 shelves. So I have 3 more shelves, and they're 3 inches shorter than the other thing, but I can fit a good many plants on there. I need to order some more light strips so I can move a bunch of plants onto here. So I'm sort of excited about that. So, my original light fixture was fluorescent. This thing, it works well. Then I bought these LED light plates, whatever, which are heavy on the red, which is what makes things bloom. So they work well, except they're too strong, and I couldn't put them any higher. It's hanging from a little table that I got for $10 at the dollar store. But I had to put a barrier in between to cut down on some of the light. Did the same thing over here. So they also work well, except they make everything look pink. So, and then I got these light strips, which are neat because you can, they connect to each other and you can put them in any configuration you want. So I put them on these shelves here, and I've been growing the little ones that way. So anyway, that's what went on the last couple of weeks. Lots more in bud over here. So there'll be a good many more before they're all done. So thanks for watching. Bye.